Welcome to the last chapter, Unit 13, Promote Digital Citizenship and Positive Online Behavior. And Unit 13 is broken down into two sections, which are teach students about internet research and privacy, and promote a safe and responsible online presence. So, congratulations for making it to the last unit, and we're almost done. So, let's get into it. So here we're going to focus on teach students about internet safety and privacy. Internet safety and privacy. So first off, it's about teaching students to make good choices. The online world isn't always safe and secure. Okay, everybody knows somebody that's probably been a victim of a scam or a hack or something like that. So what we have to do is teach online behavior to the students. Students must be respectful to others when they're on computers, and as a teacher, it's your responsibility to make sure that they're respectful to others. They have to maintain their personal privacy because if they give their privacy out, they're subject to being hacked and information stolen. You want students to be skeptical with whatever is presented to them online. Also, teach students to manage passwords and accounts. And lastly, have them recognize what a scam is and what's a hoax. So stay smart and stay safe. So it's very important that students have a good password, a good solid password. And from the fundamentals training, they recommend that you have at least 8 characters in your passwords. And those characters should include letters, numbers, and even special characters. Like a special character would be like the at symbol or a little star symbol, something like that. You want these passwords to be strong and memorable. Okay, strong so that somebody can't steal them, and memorable so that you don't forget what they are. So you want to pass this knowledge on to your students. Second, enable two-step verification. That's something that I do, right? This means that if you want to log on to a Google account, the first thing you have to do is give your password. Now, after you give your password, they're going to send a six-digit code to your cell phone. Now, you take that code on your cell phone, and it comes really, really quick. And you just enter it into the computer, and now you're able to log on. And this protects you that if somebody gets your password or guesses it or steals it somehow, they would still have to have your cell phone. So the two-step verification is really good. Okay, stay smart, stay safe. Okay, don't be fooled online. And there's a lot of different ways you can get fooled. For example, a lot of times you'll get an email from a friend or something like that tells you to forward this email. It'll be something like, if you don't send this to a group of other people, you're going to get bad luck. But you're not going to get bad luck for not forwarding emails. That's how they're able to use you to get your information out to all different people. And they like to use this on younger students as well. Younger kids fall for it a little bit more easier. Other things you might see if it's on your cell phone is you might get I don't know, a quick message that says you want a free phone or you want a free laptop. Those are their top choices. No, you didn't win a phone. You didn't win a laptop. Don't click anything. Just teach students to get away from that. If it sounds too good to be true, it never is. Incognito mode. Excuse me one second. Incognito mode. You can go online without leaving any information behind. So if you use incognito mode, and I think we went over this in Unit 9, if you use incognito mode, any password you leave behind, anything like that, it's all forgotten. So that the person that logs in, it's not stored on that computer. When you log off, it forgets your passwords, it forgets your browser history, your cookies, and it keeps your information private and secure. So here's a little slide, like an infographic. Strong password tips. Number one, you want it to be memorable, right? You want to remember what it is. It's tough now because like people have so many different passwords that they're responsible for, that they always forget what they are. But try to have something that's memorable. Never share the password with anybody. What I do sometimes is maybe I'll write it down on a piece of paper on my desk or something, and if I have a bunch of passwords, and what I do is I don't say what it's for and everything like that. I'll just have a couple that I know. Use uppercase, lowercase letters, special characters, And you want these passwords to be difficult to guess, very difficult to guess. All right. So recognizing a scam, an online scam, right? If it's definitely too good to be true, it's not going to be true. For example, here, you didn't win $1 million. That's one way to get you to click on something. You weren't chosen for a hot date. You won't get bad luck for not forwarding emails. Um, when encountering a scam, always report it, okay? And delete and block. And you want to report it because you don't want this to happen to somebody else. Okay, keep private and personal information offline. So let's see what comes up here. All right, so don't give out, never, ever, ever give out your social security number, home address, bank codes, passwords. Those are your top four. Never give those out. Use incognito mode. That's one way to keep your information offline. And here's another one. You could delete your browser history. To do that, you just go into, while you're on Chrome, you can go into the top right corner. You'll see this little three dots for more. You click that, you go to history, and then you can choose to delete everything in there. There's a number of different options. But those are some ways to keep your personal information offline. Okay, so you want to teach students about internet safety, and passwords are probably the most important thing, right? Students must learn how to manage their passwords, right? But what do you do if you have like a younger grade, if you're teaching kindergarten through grade 2? If you're teaching kindergarten and you have to give your students passwords, it's probably best for teachers to choose the same password for all students, okay? Because they're younger and they're going to have trouble. But once they hit third grade to 12th grade, you should let them to try to manage the passwords on their own, okay? And give them explicit lessons. Teach them like kind of like what I'm going over here on how to manage their passwords. You want to have uppercase, lowercase letters. Teach them never to give it out to anybody, even their friend. Again, all right, passwords are really important. So you want to make it easy for students, but you also want to keep students safe. So what you can do is you can keep a list of student password login and information for the very, very young students. Again, that's kindergarten to third grade, kindergarten to second grade. If you want to collect these passwords, you could use a Google form. A great place to store passwords is in a Google Sheet. And lastly, the teacher then sets the student's passwords based on the student list, right? So you get it, you get their information, and then you could set the passwords for them. That's one way to do it for younger kids. One second. Let me go back. Okay. Keep your passwords private. Okay. Teach students that they should never, ever, 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 ever give their passwords to anyone. Let students know that giving their passwords to a friend is usually a bad idea because they don't think it's a bad idea. Let them know it's not the smartest thing to do. As educators, you got to be careful with your own passwords as well. Okay, just make sure you as a teacher don't give your password, especially to students. I mean that's happened before. You don't want to do that. Here are some examples of good passwords, bad passwords, terrible passwords. So let's see here. Examples of good passwords. You can see the list. Bad passwords, like these are terrible ones. The name password, Batman, Lucky, terrible passwords. And at the bottom here, you've got the two main rules for passwords. They should be easy to remember, but hard to guess, right? And the second rule, only give passwords to very trusted people. Mom, dad, trusted educators. Okay, hold on. I think we jumped ahead one. Okay, what's the best way to protect? Hold on one second. What's the best way to protect your online self? To protect yourself online is by doing what? So you got three options here. What's the best way to protect your online life, online self? So take a look. What do you think? Okay, choosing a strong, secure password and enabling two-step verification. That's the best way. A good password should contain what? So what do you think? Well, it should be uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and special characters. All right, if you get an email from someone you don't recognize offering you money or a prize, what should you do? Delete the message immediately and report it as spam. The main reason for using Chrome in incognito mode is what? Take a look here. Try to figure out for yourself. Your browsing is completely private and secure. Remember, when you use Chrome in incognito mode, it's private, secure, and all history is cleared. So it clears your history automatically. All right, so that was the first section of Unit 13. Now we're on the second section, promote a safe and responsible online presence. All right, so it begins with acting responsibly, and the first topic it deals with is cyberbullying. So what do we know about cyberbullying? It's online communication that allows for students to easily connect others. So because you with online communication, students can communicate very easily. They're going to use it for bad purposes. For example, leading to cyberbullying, which happens all the time. So what should schools do? They got to prepare students for cyberbullying by two things. One, building resilience, and that's a key word here, resilience within students, and teaching strategies for dealing with cyberbullies. So you want to build resilience and teach strategies for dealing with these cyberbullies. All right. Acting responsibly online. So how do you act responsible? Well, we talk about the digital footprint. All right. Let's talk about what that is. Right. The internet doesn't have a private space, so whatever you do is saved forever. If somebody can go back into your history and track back a tweet from 2013 or whatever, a post on Facebook, they can go back and track you. What's up? What's up? Students. What? Give me 5 minutes. Online tracks. 5 minutes, man. 5 minutes. Online tracks are called digital footprints. Students don't realize that their digital tracks, what they've posted, stick around long after they leave a website. So you got to let them know that what they post, what they write is going to be there for a long time. All right, so let's acknowledge the presence of a digital footprint. Yeah, I'm going to put the air conditioner. It's hot. Acknowledge the presence of a digital footprint. Okay? So let's take a look here. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred in their bones. Meaning, anything good that you've done, somebody's not going to look for that. Whatever good that you've done, somebody's not going to look for that. What they're going to look for is anything bad. So here are some examples of footprints that you could leave behind: slander, threats, and indecency. Promote a safe and responsible online presence. So you got to watch where you walk, as they say, right? There's several approaches students should take to navigate the digital world, which include search for yourself online, see what's being said, have strong passwords. Okay, always update your software. If you're using a computer, you want to get malware and stuff like that. Use privacy settings and think before you post and be positive. Have conversations of online behavior. Okay, talk about respecting others and ourselves. Discuss protection on the dangers of the digital world. So protecting against passwords, locking computers, unsafe sites, bullying. Okay, to promote a safe and a responsible online presence, watch where you walk. We're talking about footprints again, right? So understand privacy settings. If you don't want anybody to see it, why are you putting it online? Doubt means don't. If you're not sure of something, don't do it. And some schools set up what's called advisory programs where teachers mentor students and they're there for them and they can help them protect themselves online. Building resilience. We said this is an important thing, right? Resilience comes up a bunch of times, right? So we can't always protect our students from cyberbullies. Okay, you can't do that, right? Just as a parent, you send your kids out into the world, they're going to have to deal with problems. You can't always protect them. However, you should teach them how to cope and deal with these negative experiences online. That's why you want to build resilience. Teachers need to focus on building resilience within the students. Why? Because resilient students can be made confident and capable when dealing with cyber bullies. Okay, when you have created resilience in a student, help them build up some resilience, and somebody says something disrespectful to them, calls them an idiot, calls them fat, something like that, then they're not gonna they're not gonna crumble. They're gonna know how to deal with it. They're gonna block them, report them, things like that. So here are some of the ideas when teaching resilience for students. Okay, one, don't respond. If a student gets something very nasty from somebody, don't respond to it. Document it. Okay, have that student document it. You as a teacher, you should document it too. Make sure the student doesn't retaliate. Report it to an adult, and always block them online. You don't want to deal with it. The best thing to do is just block somebody. I get that here on the YouTube channel a lot of times. I just block the person. I don't have time to deal with people and their specific problems or whatever. Just block them. All right. So building resilience. Teach student response techniques. So here they are. Never respond. Document and report. Block them online, and don't talk to strangers. Those are you. I'm going to say one more time. Right. Teach students to never respond. Document and report. Block them online, and don't talk to strangers. Okay, promote a safe and responsible online presence. Having the conversation. Create time during the school day to have conversations on digital safety and responsibility. If you really want to teach digital citizenship, you got to put the time in, right? You got to do actual lessons. Teachers should plan actual digital citizenship lessons. Okay? Activities are a great way to engage students. Don't just have them fill out a worksheet. Do an activity to protect themselves online. Google recommends teen panels, which are recommended and can help prevent cyberbullying and by having discussions and focusing on strategies. All right, so here we are at the lesson check. How should you handle cyberbullies? How do you handle them? Well, here's what you do. Document their interaction. Do not respond. Excuse me. So it was just a document the interaction and do not respond. You don't reply in the same manner, and you don't confront them publicly. So let's move on to the next one. Student panels can help raise awareness of cyber safety principles and strategies. Is that true? Yes, it's true. Very true. There you go. True is the answer. Let's keep moving forward. Okay. Being safe online can be simplified to which three concepts? So you got to pick three here. What are the three concepts? Well, we definitely know respect, right? If something happens, you always want to do what? You want to report it. So respect and report. And what's the last one that we talked a lot about? So it should be respect, report, and the last one is protect. Okay, with all social media sites, you should always carefully manage your what? What do you carefully want to manage? Let's take a look. Privacy settings. And here are a couple of videos. They're embedded into the PowerPoint product that I'm selling, but you could also get them there. They're somewhere on my YouTube channel. These are older videos. Okay, they're not task-based. They just talk about building resilience, digital footprint, strong passwords. Okay, they're older. These videos, they're a lot slower paced, but it's mostly just a concept. So it's just not really using any Google tools. Okay, so it says these videos are concept, not task based, and they're here just to help you understand. we don't have to, we're not going to zoom in on these. So let's go to Unit 13 and finish this up. Student panels discussions are one way to raise awareness about cyberbullying and to hope and how to cope with it. What makes these types of events so powerful? So what makes these panel discussions powerful? Well, students get to tell their stories in their own voice. Um, a student comes to you because she's worried she just replied to an email and signed into a site that didn't seem legitimate. What would you advise her to do? So this is a student that went into a site that they don't trust. What are you going to tell that student? Are you going to tell that student to change her password? You're also going to say clear her browser history and to delete that email. So those are the three things. You don't have to go to the police department. That one's left out. Okay, why is PATSR whatever a better password than 53PS? So why is the first one a better password? Well, what do you notice? It has uppercase letters, which makes it a little bit different. It has symbols. It has the @ symbol. It's longer, okay? It's 1, 2, I think it's about 9. The first one is, 8? Yeah, it's about 8 letters. So the other one's a little bit longer, right? You want to have more than 8. And lastly, numbers and letters are interspersed, which is good here. Okay, you see 53 right next to each other. It's better to spread out the numbers and letters. Okay, compare how cyberbullying is the same as more traditional bullying in schools. Which of the following is a false comparison, right? So compare how cyberbullying is the same as regular bullying, but which of these is false? So take a look, which is not true. Okay, students are more used to cyberbullying. That's not true. Okay, I'm more used to the traditional way. Okay, number 5. Why is resilience important to develop in your students? Why should you develop resilience? What do you think? Because they're going to have a negative experience online. You can't protect kids forever. You have to let them develop a resilience and be able to protect themselves. You know, it's like the parent that wants to protect their kid and shield their kid from the world. And, then they go into a situation, this kid, and they don't know how to handle anything because their parent's always protecting them. And that's it. That's it. The end. So I hope you take this test. I hope you pass it. I think you will. It's not the hardest test in the world. As long as you go through these videos, you'll be okay. And even if you're in the middle of the test, I think you'll be able to get back to one of these videos because they allow you to search it or whatever. So good luck. Thank you for staying throughout the whole 13 units. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I would appreciate that. And don't forget to click the link below to pick up the PowerPoint from the Teachers Pay Teachers store. Thank you very much and good work.